Yo, what's happening, BDA family? This is Unrivaled Boxing Talking News, and Bucho asked me to give my opinion on the top 10 pound for pound currently, so I've decided to give my list. My criteria is a number of factors, but we'll just give you the people, and yeah, we'll go from there. At number 10, I've got Kosei Tanaka. Kosei Tanaka, currently the world champion at 112 pounds, the tied fastest person to reach 3 weight world championship status with Vasyl Lomachenko after just 12 fights, all 12 of those fights coming by way of victory. He is a Japanese guy, roughly about 23 years old. This is just off the top of my head. He's got a slick style, bounces around side to side. I like the way he fights, and he's very aggressive with his movements. So Kosei Tanaka coming in at number 10. And number 9 is 4-weight world champion Donny Nietes. Currently, he just vacated the WBO title in the Superfly division at 115 in search of bigger fights. Don't understand what that means, but okay. Donny Nietes recently picked up that 4-weight world championship, beating Ioka in a hotly contested fight. However, he had a draw previously with Aston Peliste, and when he fought against Aston Peliste, that was also hotly contested. It was a draw, and a lot of people believe Donny Nietes won. So either way, he has picked up a title that he deserved, and so he is a 4-weight world champion. Coming in at number 8 on my list is Juan Francisco Estrada, a 2-weight world champion from Mexico. He has a very beautiful style. He's very good on the back foot, front foot, in and out, nip tuck operator. Recently getting the victory of his career by beating Saraskat Rungvisai, who was a pound for pound top 5-6 guy just a few months ago. So Juan Francisco Estrada takes my number 8 spot. Then it starts to get a little bit trickier, guys. So coming in at number 7 for me, this is just for me, people can give me shit, is Manny Pacquiao. Now, I have Manny Pacquiao at number 7, recently beating Lucas Matisse and Broner back-to-back. He'll be fighting against Keith Thurman this year. Even at the age of 40, he is still one of the best fighters in the welterweight division, and I believe pound for pound, even at 40, he beats a lot of the top guys in the welterweight division. On top of which, Manny Pacquiao, he is an 8-weight world champion, for 42% of his career fighting against champions or former champions, and you could have him at number 1, and I wouldn't even disagree with you. People will say, well, currently, blah 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 blah. Manny Pacquiao has an honorary position in my list still, and if he does beat Keith Thurman, there's a very good opportunity for him to come in at number 1 on my list. Now, taking the number 6 spot on my list will be Noah Inoue. Now, Noah Inoue is the monster. I recently seen him in person. This kid hits really hard. I would have him a lot higher on my list, but people will give me shit for that, in all honesty, because he completely skipped 115. He skipped the best division in the lower weights, so he automatically falls short of some other fighters up in my top 5 bracket. But now Inoue will take the number 6 spot on my list. 3-weight world champion, powerful, massive puncher, destroyed Emmanuel Rodriguez, currently holds the Ring Magazine title at bantamweight, and will be fighting Nonito Donaire in the World Boxing Super Series final, which will possibly be a culmination of the number 1 fighter at bantamweight. Now, moving on to the number 5 position is Gennady Triple G Golovkin. Now, Gennady Triple G Golovkin is a tremendous fighter. His resume to some people may be lacking. I think he beat most of the best guys around him, beating Danny Jacobs, had a draw with Canelo Alvarez. Personally, I think he won the fight, the first one. I think he lost the second one. Come at me. He did very well, operated smoothly, but all in all, I think his resume lacks a little bit. But he is a former unified champion of 3 belts, and he was considered the man and the number 1 guy in his division for a very long time. Now, coming in at number 4 is another 3-weight world champion on my list, and that is Terence Crawford. Now, Terence Crawford is currently the WBO World Welterweight Champion, picking up that belt by beating Jeff Horn, over his last couple of fights, he hasn't really fought the best level of opposition, and throughout his career, people could say the same thing. Maybe Gamboa's his best win, Victor Pistol, you be the judge. However, he did clean out 140, becoming undisputed. He also picked up 2 lineal titles along the way, with Ring Magazine titles. So, Terence Crawford, worthy of the number 4 position on my list. Number 3, very, very diverse selection here. My number 3 will be Saul Canelo Alvarez. This will probably piss off a lot of people. People will say, oh, he's got asterisks here, asterisks is here. If you look at his win column, it's absolutely phenomenal. Me personally speaking, I don't really like Canelo. I really don't, but I think his style's very good to watch. He's a powerful puncher. He's good at going to the body. He holds a victory over Triple G in the rematch. He is currently the unified WBC, WBA, IBF middleweight champion of the world. I think he's also the Ring Magazine holder. And on top of which, he recently moved up and had a decent victory over the lower tier WBA regular champion in Rocky Field, and we won't really count that. But throughout his career, he's done very well. His only loss coming to Floyd Mayweather, formerly the pound-for-pound number 1 king at the time. So yeah, Saul Canelo Alvarez taking the number 3 spot on my list. Now, coming in by way of number 2 is the Magic Man, Vasyl Lomachenko, the Matrix, high-tech. This guy's feet are ridiculous. His angles are absolutely ludicrous. If you judge this purely on the eye, Vasyl Lomachenko's the best boxer on the fucking planet. Hands down. This dude can move in and out of range, beat all different guys. 3-weight world champion, fastest man to ever achieve that feat after just 12 fights. Tied with Kosei Tanaka, I believe, at the time. I don't know if he's since gone on. Yeah, 135, 126, 130, 135. Yeah. Vasyl Lomachenko destroyed Nicholas Walters, made him look terrible. Rigondeaux made him look terrible. These guys at one point or another were in the pound for pound list.
Perfect.
Came back, fought against Pedraza, didn't look his best, but then absolutely annihilated Crawler. He's currently got 2 belts, and he's going for his 3rd in the lightweight division at 135 pounds. He'll be chasing greatness then, and then there's one possible outcome after that, and that might be an undisputed title fight with either Teofimo Lopez, Nakatani, or Kome, depending on how those fights actually partake. Now, moving on to the number 1 is, I don't like to put a heavyweight in the list, but he is now moving up to heavyweight. But for the sake of this and for the sake of resume, Alexander Usyk is my number 1 pound for pound. The reason why is very simple, guys. He cleared out the cruiserweight division. He beat Glavatsky in Poland, he beat Breedis in Latvia, he beat Marco Huck in Berlin, Tony Bellew, he beat him in what's the name of that, Manchester, England. He beat Gassiev, he beat Murat Gassiev in Russia, Ukrainian gone to Russia, he beat Michael Hunter in America. He beat every top cruiserweight at that particular point outside of Unia Dorticus, who had lost to Gassiev, so it didn't matter. He is the number 1. He was the number 1 cruiserweight in the world. He's moving up to heavyweight. I think he'll beat every heavyweight except for Tyson Fury. But yeah, I have Usyk as my number 1 pound for pound. Let me know what you guys think as well.